Hey, good afternoon, good evening. This is your girl Lynette from DALS Credit Solutions. Today is Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. I wanted to come to you guys today in regards to something I've been, wanting to do for small business owners, possible business owners, and upcoming entrepreneurs. Learn how to search for grants on Grants.gov. If this is your first time watching, please place in the comments that where you're tuning in from. Also, if you're watching a replay, put hashtag Credit Tip Tuesday replay. I am streaming on StreamYard. This is my second time using this. So if I don't see your comments right away, please forgive me. If you're able to share this, please share this on other platforms so other members can see this. And I will begin shortly. I hope everyone is having a good week, and we'll be getting started soon. And I'm going to be sharing as well. Let me see. Hi, everyone that's coming in. Hope everyone's having a good week. This is your girl Annette from DALS Credit Solutions. We're going to be going over some grant training on how small business owners can utilize Grants.gov. There will be a lot of grants, in the upcoming season. The fiscal year for the state is ending, if I'm correct, July 1. And I know for the federal government, it's October 1. So you want to capitalize on all these opportunities. A lot of times we want to go look for funding, and we don't have the resources or the know-how to go and get free money or utilize what you may or may not know. So today we want to talk about how to obtain free money from different areas, federal, local, and state. I'm gonna do federal today, but I will speak on both, on how, as a small business owner, you don't have to go and apply for loans. You can utilize your local and state, far as their opportunities, get on people's email lists so you can, again, capitalize off of what they're offering. It's a form of free marketing, and you can also have an opportunity to have first place when something is, procuring. So, you guys can come in. I'll put hello, everyone. Again, I am using StreamYard. If you make a comment, I won't be able to see it if you do not place your name in the comments. If this is your first time tuning in, please put in the comments where you're tuning in from. If this is your, if you're watching a replay, put in hashtag Credit Tip Tuesdays replay. We're going to get started. I do have Grants.gov up. Excuse me. I do have Grants.gov up. The way you start off with this, you must have the following. You must have an active business, or if you want to just tune in to find out how to search for grants, you can do that also. But to apply for grants, you must have an active business, a LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever your expertise is in, what do you want to develop. You need an EIN, that's the employer identifier number. You also need a Dun & Bradstreet, a DUNS number, it's a data universal number, and have all your business aligned. What I'm about to show you, a lot of people don't understand how to utilize or capitalize off of this because they don't, again, know how to search. So before we get started, if everyone, please go to login.gov and create an account. And I'm going to share my screen. Well, you guys can see my screen and you'll see what I'm doing. So first you'll go to login. See if this will pop up for me. Excuse me, I don't know why my internet's been running slow, but it has been. Login.gov is the beginning phase to create an account in order for you to access Grants.gov. Login.gov is a federal site that is one place to have your login. You can use it for different procurements, different grants, opportunities, and be at one place. So you create a login and password at login.gov. And once you do that, it will prompt you to, it will prompt you to go to Grants.gov. Let me get the right one open. And again, if this is your first time tuning in, please put in where you're tuning in from. And also, if you're watching a replay, put in Credit Tip Tuesday replay, hashtag Credit Tip Tuesday replay. So if you go on this screen, you go click on the left side, it says, what is login.gov? Who uses login.gov? And then create an account. You go to create an account and you create the email address. It's best to use the email address that's associated with your business. I wouldn't use a personal email with login.gov for the simple fact this is one way that they will authenticate your business. So you don't want to use a personal email for login.gov. So when you create an account, you scroll to the bottom and you begin to create an account. I already have an account created. You'll enter your email address. I'll put in, this is my personal, however, I already have a login.gov. And you make sure you check the box that if you accept the rules on login.gov, you click, you submit it, and then it's going to tell you to check your email. Once you do that, you follow the prompts and then create your login.gov login and password. Again, use your business email to do this, because if not, it won't authenticate your business. Again, you want your business associated with everything when it comes to grants, federal grants, local and state grants. Associate your business with this. I'm trying to hover over my screen. Again, thank you for everybody that's tuning in. I'm going to go back to Grants.gov. And once you create that, your login and password for login.gov, when it takes you to, when you go back, again, once you create this on login.gov, you go back in to Grants.gov and it's going to prompt you to log in. When you do this, it's going to take you back into your login.gov and then you will begin the process. If anybody have any questions with that step, let me know and we can go over. I'm gonna take this gum out my mouth. Hello, everyone. So let me know if you guys are on this step or anybody have any issues with this step, because it's extremely important. You want to get to Grants.gov so it can show you, so I can show you the steps on looking for grants based off of your actual, what you practice. And I'll give you guys some examples on how I maximize Grants.gov and also won grants from Grants.gov. So when you guys get to this step, I'll continue, to show you these processes. Very important. So when you get to this, when you get to Grants.gov, it's a series of areas of importance on here. One, always understand the grants and its processes. A lot of people fail to research on Grants.gov because they don't want to review the whole scope of the grant. This is one of the least complicated ways to get federal funding, because one, if you understand the deadlines that the federal government has to issue money so they can renew money and give out more money, you will maximize Grants.gov. Also, local and state fiscal years are ending. Make sure you capitalize off of this. Look at your areas of expertise, ensure that you can deliver the performance within the grant so you can be awarded and allow this to continue. You must again have your articles of incorporation, or your C corp, S corp, LLC. Have your EIN, your DUNS number, and again make sure all your business is sync, and also be registered in SAM. I did not mention that. Sorry about that. Be registered in Systems of Awards Management, and that's SAM. And I'm gonna put that in the chat on Facebook. Give me 1 second. So always, always, always be registered in SAM, and that's SAM.gov. The only way you're going to be able to capitalize off of Grants.gov if you're registered fully in SAM. And once you do that, you create the login at login.gov, and then you proceed with Grants.gov. And if you guys have any issues with that, please place the comments within the chat and we can go over, or you can set up an appointment or send me a message on Facebook or an email as well. So the one thing I do, I go to my account. You can manage your profiles once you have everything set up. I have a couple people already in my workspace because we have done grants, and also we have been awarded grants. This is a very vital step. If you have someone in your business that's just a grant writer, you can put them on your platform and they will be allowed in your workspace as long as they have your login and password. Also, I have my organization flag from Terrence Green, and leadership from my other contractor. These are contractors that participated in Grants.gov and been awarded. So it's very important that you create your workspace on the individuals that you want within your platform. If you don't, you will fail this process, because if you send your secretary or the person that's able to write the grants for you and they're not set up in your workspace, they won't be able to apply. So you have your account details, your emails, and your managed profiles. Make sure you are setting up your profiles. If the individual you have within the profile doesn't have a DUNS number, make sure you job title grant writer, because it will give them an opportunity to be able to search grants and be a grant writer on your platform. Hello for everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you like, click, and share. Thank you for those that did share. And if you're watching this for the first time, place in the comments where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching a replay, please place hashtag Credit Tip Tuesday within a replay. So once you have your actual profile set up, again, ensure whoever's within your organization, if they don't have a Dun & Bradstreet number or they're doing grants for you, make sure you put them in as a grant writer. Your organization, of course, and also the individuals you will have on your team. When you do this, again, you allow the individuals under your business is able to search for grants. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know in the chat. I will be checking my comments as well off of Facebook as well. Well, while I'm on Facebook, while I'm on live, excuse me. So I'm gonna give you some examples. A lot of times we gotta think outside of the box when we're looking for grants. You have to dissect your business. For example, I deal with finances. Finances is the key to many things, far as stopping domestic violence, creating wealth, preventing child adversity, building communications, a whole scope of areas. So when you search for grants, you don't want to just use your actual financial, like the broad topic of it. You want to go deep within this because you may be missing money. For instance, if you do photography, you wouldn't just say taking pictures. You can do crime scene work, evidence. You can do more so Department of Justice, Department of Defense, far as not just not taking pictures again, but more so evidence based. You gotta be creative when you're looking for grants. Again, don't just look at the scope. You gotta go deeper and dissect your brand. Very important. One, you search opportunities. You can set this up to the point that you can just only, instead of looking at thousands and thousands of grants, you can make it very specific to what you do. So for instance, I would do, I'm just saying financial, anything. So I'll do financial. So forecast means someone is already within the procurement, somebody's active in it. Posted is what's available. Follow me when I say to do this for you guys. When you do all funding instruments, you're looking at all these opportunities. But if you want just grants, you click on grants. Being a small business owner, instead of looking at all eligible, you look at for what you do. For one, if you're a for-profit organization, make sure you click the for-profit. And if you're a small business, click on small business. Continue to scroll down, and you can keep all categories and keep all categories here because, again, you don't want to miss out on anything. And you can push search. I push search or save. So you can save that as well. And you go under all categories. Let me go back because that was confusing. I was supposed to put search. So let me go back. I'll teach you that, guys, later. So as I literally classified this so it can be geared to a small business, a for-profit business, you can see, and also grants, you can see what's actually out there. Excuse me, that's out here on Grants.gov. Again, look at your scope and make sure you can capitalize on the actual opportunities. If you want to save this search and manage the search, you can also click Save Search. Again, guys, like, click, and share. This area under Save Searches is geared directly on what you want to look at. Be mindful of this because it updates. It can update by the minute, by the day, by the hour. Because, again, the federal government must make sure many things are awarded and funding is being dispersed properly. As a small, diverse business as well, you have many opportunities out here that you can, again, capitalize off of. So forecast, meaning someone is already in it. You want grants only. You want for-profit and small business. That's what I am. And you can then press save. Where's the save button? Down here, press save. Does it let me save it? Probably not. Let me see. Oh, save search name. Sorry. So I'll put BALSFIN search. You can name it anything you want. You search it, you save it, and this will keep you from searching thousands and thousands of grants. You if you need funding, you don't want to take, all day looking at so many grants. You want to try to capitalize on what you can get. Now, see if you see, guys, I've already created save searches on this for the simple fact it updates. I have different categories. Like I have some for real estate, I have some for finances, child diversity, domestic violence, homeless shelters, anything. So you could click on view results, and I'll do the one from today. And it will literally show you. I tell them I'll do that later. That's just saying you want to, do a survey. It will show you what's available. So if you click on, if you're in education or anything of this nature, it will tell you Department of Ed, Department of Education, Department of Education. The way I've been looking at this, you can honestly tell who is dispersing large sums of money on the multiple opportunities that's out there based on what you can do, your areas of expertise. I do financial education, so I will click on it. So this says Institutes of Education Science Research Grants, focus on systematic, let's say, trying to be cute, but I can't really see, and assistance listing number. So these are some grants that, if I'm qualified for, I can go for it. So I will click on this. Now, two things I want you guys to notice. You see it's gray. The way you search for grants, if you are eligible for this, the apply button will be red. Always remember this. If I wasn't, and which I'm not, you'll see the apply button being grayed out. Your DUNS number that's connected to SAM allows you to know what you're able to do based off of your NAICS codes and your product and service codes. So SAM is extremely important. Ensure that you are fully registered in SAM, Systems of Awards Management. If you look at this, it says I'm not qualified for it because it's in synopsis 4. It was posted June 10th, 2021, last updated June 10th, 2021. It's a grant notice from the Institutes of Science. It's a cooperative agreement, meaning someone is already within it. They did 4 synopses, and basically is giving you the full detail on what they expect out of this research of this grant that they're offering. If I was eligible for it, I always look at the version history. Not the version history, but the related documents. This is a very important step because this shows you what they are asking for. Nothing in the federal government will be easy and quite simple. So reading everything within the package regarding to the number of pages, the type of font, what's required, and how you're going to execute it is key. So you will click on it and look at the full announcement. Make sure you have good Microsoft data or updated browser so you can review the whole package. Sorry about that. Always use Google. Always use Google Chrome if you can, and then you will review the actual. But let me review the package there. So let me go back here. Let's see. All right. So you always look at your documents, and I'll go to one that I can apply for because I want to apply for it while you guys are on so you can actually see the steps. Trying to get both screens up. Any guys have any questions so far? Again, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to check my phone to see if there's any questions. If you do have any questions, please place them in the chat so I can answer them. Let's see. So I'm going to go back to look for so what I'm searching for next is domestic violence. A lot of times when you're in financial stress, these type of moments will happen. I pray no one is going through it because we went through a lot when it comes to COVID and people not being able to manage their finances. People wouldn't associate financial literacy and domestic violence. This is what I'm telling you guys. You have to think deep within the surface of your actual brain. So the reason I chose domestic violence because there are many areas that federal entities miss. Shelters are not the answer. Many, counseling shelters the answer. Different, places to get help is the answer. But if we can stop the root if we can beat the root of the issue, and that's finances 9 times out of 10, we can save taxpayers' dollars, decrease the risk, improve neighborhood safety, and improve communication within the homes of the disadvantaged. I chose domestic violence because a lot of times, again, people experience this when they're not coherent of their finances. Again, I look at what's posted. I look at grants only. And that's just me. People can look at anything they want. I go to small businesses, and I also go for profit as well. And I go over and I look at the opportunities. Again, you want to narrow your search so you don't have to look for many areas of grants. The goal is for you to get funded. It normally takes 30 to 45 days after you are announced that you are the winner to receive the actual, the award. We capitalized very well last year in 2020 with grant opportunities from federal, local, and state. So you look at the opportunity title, service area competition, sexual risk avoidance education program, notice of funding opportunity. That's somebody that's probably already in it. It's a series of opportunities out here. And I said I want to do one while you guys are on so you can see the process. Person responsible education, competitive grant. So I would do this one. It was posted on 6/15, which was a couple days ago, and it ends 7/15. So normally give you a 30-day window to complete this. And some agencies will give you 2 parts, one on Grants.gov and another one on the actual agency. Make sure you read all information while doing this. Do we have any questions before I move forward? Can you confirm if the grant writer needs to be in SAMS? No, the person that's writing the grant does not have to be in SAMS. But the company that's being awarded needs to be fully registered in Systems of Awards Management. And I'll put that in. It's SAM.gov. These were 2 questions. Does the grant writer have to be on SAM, registered in SAM, Systems of Awards Management? And the answer is no. But the company that's being awarded must be registered fully on SAM.gov. Next question is, how long do you have after the grant is awarded to complete the research? It normally starts immediately. It's based off of what you asked for as far as the funding. For instance, we were just granted They want us to do education on people to understand their credit laws within housing when it comes to HUD. So we were just, notified that we did win that grant. And what we do, we'll do outreach centers and also deal with other nonprofits. So people that are new homeowners understand the HUD, the housing requirements as far as their actual home and credit laws. So these are things that we go after, and I think that starts, I think, July 1 or July 15th. But they give you a timeline. Ours is for a year. We go out. We have certain amount of time to do this, because a lot of times, the money has to be forgiven based off of what they're asking for as far as the scope of work. Two good questions. Make sure you guys like, tag, share. This is the first time tuning in. Please put in where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, please put in hashtag Credit Tip Tuesday replay. So to get back to the grants, let me see. So personal responsibility education program. I will click on this. Two things. Always look at the actual, organization that's you're responding to. This is Department of Health and Human Services, Administration for Children and Families. This is a personal responsibility grant. It's a competitive grant, meaning it can be for anyone. We don't know yet until we finish reading the full synopsis of it. Always scroll down, look at the number of awards, opportunity, income security and social services, Affordable Care Act, personal responsibility education program. This is the first level of synopsis, first area, meaning they're just bringing it about. It came out, posted June 15th, last updated June 15th. Always look on how it's being submitted. A lot of people fail at this also because they won't read when it needs to be submitted. Electronically submitted applications must be submitted no later than 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the listed applications due date. So they didn't tell you when it's going to be, so you have to dig deeper. Archive date, meaning when they're done posting it. August 14th, 2021 is that day. The total estimate funded is 21 million. Award floor, meaning the lowest it will go. The award ceiling is the highest amount that you can receive. Expected number of awards is 30. What I do, I always take the actual amount given, which is the 21 million, and divide it by 30, which is 700,000. If you know you can execute this job, you go for the peak, because if you can do it, go for the full ceiling. I like to go in between maybe 5 or 6, so I won't be viewed up as being, quote unquote, being greedy, but it's free money, so hell, don't know why I said that. However, that's just some of my strategies. Eligible applicants. It says city and township, Native American, meaning you have to be federally recognized as a Native American. I think all of us are Indian, especially according to my weaves. However, we're not. You have to be federal regulated by the government, saying we're Native American. Others, you have to see text. 9 nonprofits, you must have a 501(c)(3). Private institutions or higher education, for-profit organizations other than small business, public and state-controlled institutions of higher education, small business, and you are classified as a small business, going through the SAM.gov process, and ensure you're registered as a small business based off of your North American industrial codes. It says in county government. So first of all, you're in competition with everyone else. Of all these eligible applicants. There's no restrictions on the categories that can apply. You have 30 awards, expected awards. So you have to make sure you read this correctly, and you must do something that no one else is talking about. Many people are not talking about finances when it comes to child adversity or, domestic violence or things of that nature. They're looking at the safety measures on how to get that person a shelter, how to um, build more protections and things of that nature. But if we destroy the problem at the root and educate on finances, educate on communication, educate on how to grow and build strength within the disadvantaged world, far as our children, and speaking to them on far as paying bills, we can prevent a lot of things happening. So this is how I wrap my mind about opportunities such as this. Again, any questions so far? Always look at the related documents. First thing you want to do, you want to look at the full announcement. Don't do the zip. I don't have zip on my computer. I'm cheap. You open it up. Wait for it to download. Grants.gov is really slow. Again, a lot of people are applying for grants because the deadlines are coming. Again, federal government, if I'm correct, there's ending August or September. They must disperse large amounts of dollars. Local and state, I think theirs is July 1. They have to get everything out, before July 1 to start the fiscal year over. Make sure you read your announcements within what is required, because this will give you a scope of what they are requiring. Again, the federal government will never give you money if it's 2 to 3 to 5 pages. Does it take time? Yes. Would it require a lot of, expertise and thinking outside the box? Yes. However, make sure you look at each area of this, because again, it gives you the opportunity to, again, maximize off of this, grow your business, prevent you from taking out loans, also becoming familiar with this entity and building a relationship. Please don't shy away from something because it takes massive amount of time to do so. That massive amount of time can not only improve your credibility, improve your capabilities, and again, it validates who you are and what your business can do. I said business. Please forgive me. Again, review all of this, ensure that you are in compliance, you're able to do so, and then you move forward. Any questions with this? We have different comments. Hello, everyone that's tuning in. Thank you for sharing. I love you guys so much. This is again from all my small business owners, potentials, prospects. Again, don't be afraid to ask questions. This is something to grow your brand. Think outside the box. Capitalize off of this free money. A lot of times, small business owners won't do the extra work to go the extra mile, and it will go to larger organizations. It doesn't make sense if we're suffering, and I'm saying we as a whole, we're suffering and we won't do the work, go the extra mile to be distinguished so we can get free money to build our business. There's no reason to go to a bank to get a loan. There's no reason to go and try to borrow money to get things started. Go above and beyond and do everything everyone is not doing. People don't capitalize off of Grants.gov. It's one of the most beneficial platforms that the federal government has. So please utilize it. So after you read the full announcement, download it with PDF, see apply. It says funded opportunity number or opportunity package ID. Since this is already pre-populated, I don't have to write anything. But when your platform and your workspace is set up, 2 people can apply, myself or my HR. It's telling the system that I am applying as an organization, and I'll put my name in. You create your workspace. The workspace is extremely important because it allows you to have things populated from sam.gov that will transfer to actual Grants.gov, and you can begin the process. So what you see here are mandatory documents. It will also tell you the name of the organization that you're applying for, and this is Department of Health and Human Services. Your workspace ID, the applicant who's filing, that's myself. It also tells you the opening date, June 15th, 2021, closing date, July 15th, 2021. You see the workspace owner, which is myself, my SAM, Systems of Awards Management, expiration date, June 10th, 2022. When you register in SAM, again, a lot of information will be pre-populated, and it will transition over to Grants.gov and many other areas when you work within the federal, applying for federal grants and things of that nature. Update your SAM every 30 to 45 days. This lets the federal government know that you are very involved within your business, you know what's going on, and you're updating your actual profile to ensure that you are in compliance. SAM has two areas to update: your SAM profile and your actual sam.gov. You want more information with that? Please let me know. You can schedule an appointment. The UEI is called the Unique Entity Identifier. This is the equivalent to the DUNS number. However, in 2022, the federal government is shifting away from the Dun and Bradstreet number because their contract is no longer active, and they will be issuing UEIs. The UEI is a unique entity that has no similarities to another entity within SAM. Again, the importance of becoming distinguished can either make you or break you. You don't want to look like any other financial company or construction company or IT company. It's a lot of things associated with that, which I won't get into at this time because I want to concentrate on you guys understanding the workspace. Let me see if there are any questions. We do have a question. Someone asked, is it recommended to use a grant writer versus doing it yourself based on the complexities? I wrote my first grant, and I won it myself. And matter of fact, it was myself at the time. I went. This was last year. I went over after a couple of grants myself. For my first grant, I won. The second grant was myself and Sean Bradford. We looked at a series of grants. I think the way I look at grants, and I'm gonna give you another key factor on this: use a highlighter. Use a highlighter and take notes. Break down, make it the anatomy and physiology of what they're asking for. The physiology is the functions of what you're capable of doing. The anatomy is the actual title of what they're requiring. So the physiology, what physical components within this grant that you can be in compliance to execute it and be awarded. So I feel as though you can hire a grant writer. A lot of times grant writers pay by the hour. If you want to hire a grant writer, ensure the grant writer is able to participate within the grant, because if you're unable to pay them hourly, they're not, there's no use to hiring. But if you find a grant writer that can assist within the actual procurement, meaning the statement of work, you can pay them a percentage. Now, they can't write that they're going to get a percentage, but if they're participating within this actual grant, they can write what they're going to do, their expertise, and their capabilities. So that would be my recommendation. Any other questions before we move on, excuse me. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, put in where you're tuning in from. If you're watching a replay, hashtag Credit Tip Tuesdays replay, and we're going to move forward. Application for federal assistance, grants for lobbying form, other attachments, budget information, assurance and non-constructive programs, project performance, project narrative, and other documents. Any of them that says mandatory, you must complete this. So the way you do it, you click on it. And this is a very lengthy process. I'm going to give y'all some background on how it goes. First thing you want to do is make sure you understand everything that's being asked of you. A pre-application, meaning this is an application that was already started beforehand, a change corrected if you're already within the actual procurement, and an application. So click on application, and the type of application either is new, continuation, meaning again, you're already within this, and revision, meaning you want to update it, continuous. The best thing you do is press save. Please press save because you don't want to lose your information along the way. You continue. The application identifier, I always leave that blank because at the end it normally populates. Federal entity identifier, award, federal award identifier. I always put my congressional state, like PA, I'm in Pennsylvania, PA 010. If you don't know what your congressional number is or your federal award identifier is, reference back to the actual your SAM.gov, because it will always tell you, not SAM.gov, your SAM profile will always tell you your PA congressional numbers. So always utilize that. Anything with an asterisk is very important. You must complete it. So I always put PA. Sometimes I'm wrong with this, but I always put this and I put save. If it's incorrect, it will give you an error and let you know that it is not correct. So it's basically saving as I'm doing this. And sometimes Grants.gov is a little slow. You gotta remember, everybody is applying. Everyone, because again, they know it's that time of year. You know, they want the money. They want to be able to do the work. They don't want to take out the loans, or have to search for money. Your organization DUNS number is already pre-populated. You'll see mine is here. I'll put my company's name. Y'all know I apply for a lot of grants because you see my information normally comes in. Things of that nature. So you put in your information. You always push save. And see, this is why you push save. You see what they did? They just logged me out. They're very, 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 very So while I'm logging back in, I'm going to stop sharing my screen to see if we have any questions. Any questions, concerns, anything of that nature while I'm logging back in to Grants.gov, because they're famous for, they will jump you out again because a lot of people are applying for grants at this time. So let me see. Get everything pulled back up here. And it's loading. Any questions while I'm getting this pulled back up? Questions, concerns, anything I went over? So let me get this pulled back up. So I get this, and I'll reshare my screen. For profit. Hi, everyone that's tuning in and sharing. Thank you so much. Again, share this with everyone because people need to know how to research grants, apply, and utilize the free funding that is out there. Let's see here. Any questions so far? Concerns? Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. Again, trying to be cute and can't see Jack. Hi, everyone. Let's see. Oh, 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 oh. Let's see. Wait for it to pull up. It's very slow. My apologies. I'll be tuning right back in with you guys. So let's see. It's the one. Shh. Somebody's in there. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all too. Don't want forecast. I want post. Here we go. We're coming back up. Woo. Again, you want to capitalize on this because the fiscal years are ending, excuse me. And you want to make sure your company is able to perform and able to do what's required. Again, make sure you are and actively have your business aligned. You're active in SAM, Systems of Awards Management. Also, make sure you're able to perform the actual requirements that they're requesting. And in order for you to do federal grants, you must have a federal signature, meaning you must be approved to do grants. Yes, this is a process. No, this isn't easy. However, when it's free, you go above and beyond to ensure that you are able to receive this type of funding. Anything easy, everyone to do it. Anything that's hard, you have less competition. So the more money that you can grasp and build your organization with, why not? You're not applying for loans. You're not even using your credit to fund your business. You are actually using federal funding to do a performance, ensure that you are capable, being in compliance, preventing risk, and capitalizing off of it. So it's very, very important. Very important. So I'm going back to my area. Grants.gov want to show off as always. Here we go. Give me 1 second. About to pull this back up. Don't want to lose no one. I'm just trying to get everything so we can go right back to where we were actually at. All right, let me see. Here we go. Myself. Logging back in. I'm going to share my screen. Absolutely. You should definitely look for grants daily. I don't care what nobody says. It's always new opportunities out here. because they post by the minute, the hour. Remember, they must get rid of this type of funding. Again, look beyond your expertise. Look what you can do and what you can prevent. Very, very important. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's see. Be nice. Okay, we got two different. Okay, I'm on the wrong screen. Wait 1 second. We are on. Let's see. I'm trying to get. All right, so I'm on. So my screen I'm trying to get pulled up is the one I'm currently on. This is not on Windows. This is on Chrome. Excuse me. So I'm gonna try to find this screen as well. Anybody have any questions on how to search for opportunities based off of what their company is built off of? And I can answer these questions while I'm trying to get back to my screen. Let's see. Is this for any questions, concerns? Oh, you're welcome. Let me see. All right, I am okay. So again, please feel free to ask the questions regarding the grants or anything of that nature. I'm really trying to get back to my screen. Let's see. Let's see. This Windows. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I found the screen. So you guys should see. Good. Again, it clicked me out, so I have to start over. Again, always push save so you can get back into it. New, save, because grants can be a bugger and it takes time. The legal name, which is the company's name. My EIN number, which is your employee information number. Always, always press save. It's the best thing you can do. I don't care if you're in a rush, press save, because it would take away from your frustration on if you have to start over or it kick you out, anything of that nature. Put your state where your organization is, your actual company is created from, or where you started your company. Cumberland is my actual county. You can have two addresses. Make sure you put both of them because you have to mimic what's in SAM.gov. Very important. Zip code, they want all four numbers. So make sure you know, not an equal sign, but a hyphen. It's equal. 7033 will be mine. Press save. Very important. Very rude. Kick me out again. The moral to Grants.gov is to ensure you understand the opportunities. Create your login.gov that will prompt you to SAM.gov and search beyond your scope. Make sure you're able to do so and also make sure it's relatable. I'm sorry, SAM.gov keep, jumping out. But again, a lot of people, are applying for grants because of the deadline. Once you create it, you log in and you begin to search. Try this one more time. Let's see. Make sure you understand. Make sure you understand as far as creating your workspace. Do anyone have any questions for more information when it comes to Grants.gov about being registered in systems of awards management, how to distinguish your brand? These areas are so important when it comes to federal funding. Make sure you understand what's within the statement of work. Again, they're not going to ask for 5-10 pages. They might ask for 5-10 pages, but make sure you understand the font, know the font, the number of pages, and what they're asking for. Again, it's a lot of free money on Grants.gov. I'm going to do another session next Tuesday because right now, it continuously kicking, jumping out because again, many people are searching for awards and can capitalize off of this because of the fiscal year ending for the federal government and this local and state government. Always apply for these grants. First of all, it's free marketing. Make sure you do the job correctly. Apply. It's free marketing because you're letting that area, the federal government know that you're capable of doing this, actual procurement. Make sure you market yourself well and, submit an excellent grant proposal and make sure you can reduce the risk, improve your capabilities, and do it in a timely manner. Also, look at the award amount that they're going to give you, cap the award ceiling, meaning the most they will give per awardee, and the floor, meaning the least. Always look at your capabilities and ensure again you can do it. When you're looking at your grants, use a highlighter. Highlight every little detail. A lot of times I review a grant proposal at least 4 or 5 times. That's why it takes 30 days. Again, it may be hard to some because they don't want to go the extra mile. But it's easy for people like us that want to be distinguished because you don't have to apply for a loan. You don't have to use your credit. It's free networking and marketing, building relationships, and giving you frontline opportunities. Because once you're in a procurement, you're up for grabs, or you can possibly be eligible for another renewal year. I am going to do this again next Tuesday because, again, Grants.gov continuously, jump out and this, keep cutting off because, again, many people are applying. If you have any questions or concerns, place them in the comments. I will answer them. I may even come back on later on tonight and do a midnight session because a lot of times people are asleep at 1, 2 in the morning, and we can really go through this because that's around the time I apply for grants. Again, if this is your first time watching, place in the comments where you're watching from. If you are watching the replay, hashtag Credit Tip Tuesday replay. I hope this helped you. I think I am going to do this a couple of Tuesdays so you guys can get a full grasp of this. And this would be my treat to show you how to get free money. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the chat. We will, again, review this. Make sure you like, click, and share. We thank you. We love you. And have a wonderful night.